What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to take a look at the payment dates for December. So I'm going to show you guys the calendar. We'll take a look at when Congress is going to be in session, where they're not going to be in session. And then we also need to talk about the payments that we'll see in December. I'll go over that. This will be the actual increase. So the COLA increase, for some people, they'll be receiving that in December. And I'll explain all of that in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. If you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the calendar. This is November, and Congress will be out of session. So they'll be on recess all week, and that's, of course, for Thanksgiving. And on Friday, people who receive SSI, they'll be getting their checks on Friday, okay? So this Friday check on the 29th is for December. Okay, and there'll be another check for SSI in December, and that will show the increase, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. And so I just want you guys to know, on the 29th, SSI will be getting their check for December. Okay, so now let's look into December. First thing I want to look at is when Congress is in session. We have the Senate in session on Monday, and then we have both chambers in session for the rest of that week. And then the week of the 9th, you have both chambers in session until the 12th, and then on the 13th, it will be just the Senate in session. And then the week of the 16th, you have both chambers in session until the 19th, and then the Senate will be in session on the 20th. And so the 20th marks the last day of the their congressional calendar. So that'll be their last day of working, and then when they come back, they'll actually come back. It'll be a new Congress, okay? So, and then the same goes for the 19th for the House. That will be their last official calendar day. And when they return, it will be the new Congress. All right, let's look at the payment dates here. On the 3rd, this is for people receiving Social Security benefits who started receiving it before May of 1997. And then when it comes to the birthdays between the 1st and the 10th, that will go out on the 11th. And then birthdays that fall between the 11th and the 20th, that will go out on the 18th. And then birthdays that fall between the 21st and the 31st, that will go out on the 24th. And that is because Christmas is on the 25th. So normally it will go out on a Wednesday, but it's going to go out a day before. And then SSI. SSI, you guys will be receiving your first COLA increase on the 31st. And that's because obviously the 1st is on a Wednesday and it's a holiday. And so no checks will be going out on that day. So that will be going out on the day before. And so that's what we're looking at when it comes to the COLA increase. You will actually see it in December. And I said this a while ago when I was talking about the increase, the COLA increase. When are we going to see the COLA increase? And so SSI will see it in December, and then the rest of the people who receive Social Security benefits, you're going to see it starting in January. And I'll be doing another video following up with the Social Security Fairness Act. I'll probably do that video tomorrow, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And I want to talk a little bit about what the calendar looks like when Congress is going to be in session, just kind of like what I talked about right now. I want to talk about it a little more because we have some important votes that need to happen, and one of those votes is the Social Security Fairness Act. They need to get this done before the Senate closes for the year, because if they don't, then they're going to have to start all over again. So we're going to talk a little bit about that in the next video. But all in all, when it comes down to it, COLA increase, if you guys didn't know, I think pretty much everybody knows, 2.5%, and that we'll start seeing people receiving that little extra there. Now, of course, Medicare took $10 from that. So for the average person, I think it was going to be about a $50 increase. Well, now you're looking at realistically a $40 increase if you have Medicare benefits. And so it's not much. It's not much at all. Now, I'll be interested to see, because I know President-elect Trump has talked about waiving taxes for people receiving Social Security benefits. That's not going to help everyone receiving benefits, but it will help some. It will boost their benefits. So we'll have to see if he actually follows through and really encourages Congress to do it, because this is going to have to come from Congress. But we'll have to see if he does that. We'll have to see if they're going to talk about reforming Social Security. We also need to look at the reality here. We have this new department that President-elect Trump has implemented, and it's going to be the Department of Government Efficiency. What does that mean? What is that going to mean for Social Security and Medicare? Are we going to have Elon Musk and Vivek talking about dismantling Social Security, or at least cutting, are they going to cut the administration budget? And they probably will talk about cutting the administration budget. Now, I do want to make it clear, from what I'm hearing right now, these are going to be recommendations. Unless the president is going to be stepping in with executive orders, I think these are going to be recommendations to Congress to act on certain things. And so we'll have to see if that's just recommendations that Elon Musk is making, or if the president will step up and say, okay, Elon Musk is recommending this, I'm going to do an executive order and we're going to cut this, or we're going to slash that, or we're going to slash this. We'll have to see how this is going to work out. And then one more thing, I do want to answer a question. There are people in the comments that are saying the Social Security Fairness Act, does this benefit me, or is this just for people who receive pensions? It's just for people who receive pensions. So this Social Security Fairness Act, all they're doing is they're eliminating weapon GPO. And weapon GPO applies to people who receive pensions. Not everyone that receives pension, but some people who receive pensions, that's who it applies to. So if you're asking, well, I'm on SSI, does it apply to me? No, it doesn't apply to you. Or I'm just receiving regular Social Security benefits, but I never paid into a pension and I'm not receiving a pension now, it's not going to apply to you. However, if your spouse worked and earned a pension, then it might affect him or her. So that's something to be aware of. But if you're receiving regular Social Security, you're not receiving a pension or anything like that, it will not impact you at all. So if you guys have any other questions, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.